Hi guys, I'm Editor James from channel Cardi. Today, I am going to introduce you 4th generation Kia Sorento. Kia has done it. Just look at this beautiful car. Wow, especially the grille and the headlamp. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. I think a lot of people call this grille tiger mask or tiger nose grille, but whatever you call it, I think the grille and the headlamp, they match so well. What do you think it reminds you of? I don't know. To me, it reminds me of Iron Man. So it makes the car looks more manly. This is definitely a man's SUV. Oh, I think it just looks beautiful. It has a projection LED lamp, and then here on the bottom we have another LED light which will work as a daylight, but at the same time it will work as a blinker. See how convenient is that? But I think these lines, the design, I think it's just killing me. I love it. On the bottom we have sensors, we have some air duct. So yeah, we have a small LED fog lamp on the bottom. When I was reviewing GV80 a couple of weeks ago, I didn't really like the front or the rear, but Kia new Sorento, I think the front part of the car, the front part of the SUV is very iconic, and the impression it gives is very strong. So as a man, I would choose Kia Sorento over Genesis GV80. I'm sorry, Hyundai, but this is just my personal taste. Now, let's take a look at the side. First, what catches me is the wheel. It's 20-inch. And it is equipped with Continental 255, 45, and 20. Yeah, the design-wise, I think, yeah, it's not bad. You know, there's nothing really special on the side. And other than that, well, we have a little bit of chrome moldings right here. They thought that maybe it's kind of boring, so they have added a little bit of points, I guess. You know, it's not really glossy. It's kind of like, you know, matte. It doesn't shine. I don't know. I guess personally, it's not bad looking. Now we're in the back. I don't know, it surprises me again. It has vertical taillights. It's very simple, but it also is good enough or big enough to catch your eyes, in my personal opinion. It might not be wide, but it is long enough, so it is enough to catch your eyes, even from the back when you're driving. And you know, a lot of SUVs, it also has, you know, the rear wiper. Can you find where the wiper is? Can you find it? Yeah, it's hidden up here. The rear window wiper is hidden just behind the spoiler. A lot of SUVs, they have, you know, trunk open button or switch somewhere near the rear view camera or under the emblem. But new Kia Sorento, it doesn't have any switches or buttons underneath or below the emblem. So yeah, where is it hiding again? Guys, I'm not a good singer, but I'm gonna sing. A, B, C, D, E. If you put your hand underneath it, the button right here. So simply just touch it, voila! It opens just like that. Maybe this button, it just closes it by itself. How convenient is that? Like I told you before, the exhaust is hiding under the bumper and having a little bit of a chrome. I think without the chromes, the car may look a little boring. But I think Kia design-wise, I think Kia did an excellent job. Now, before we go to the interior, I just wanted to show you like how it is designed in the back. This is a six-seater Kia Sorento. The trunk space is not as big as, you know, 5-passenger Kia Sorento. This could be very handy because when you are actually driving with your family or with a lot of people, you can, you know, use it as a 6-passenger car. But If you are driving alone, or if you're driving with your wife, your girlfriend, and then you have to carry a lot of stuff in the trunk, then you can simply fold the final row seat. I want to show you how it is done. If you look at the back, right, there is a little strap attached on the Velcro. So in order for you to fold the third row seat, you can gently pull it and then push it. And then it will completely fold down. Again, if you want to, fold this back up, you can simply just pull. And yeah, I guess, if it's not heavy, but if you feel it's heavy, I guess you can use the other hand. And what is very thoughtful is that there's a little piece of Velcro attached, and you can just attach it. Now, this is the third row. On the side, do you see small buttons right here? It says a second. If you press the button, the seats will fold down. Let me try it. Right side too. Wow, how convenient is that? Now I'm going to show you how I am getting into third row, the very rear row seat. There are two buttons in order for you to get to the rear seat, but you can use either buttons at your convenience. But I'm going to use the button on the seat. You can simply just press the button, and then the seat folds like halfway itself. So simply you can just get in and sit in the back. I guess I don't think you can see for a long time, but being younger or being teenagers, being very thin person, I think it's doable. Before I go to the second row, I want to show you what's on the side. I'm sitting on the right hand side, and as you can see, there's an air vent that you can use, and you have a rear air conditioner controller right here. Yeah, and as you can see, we have a power outlet right here, and also you have a USB port. One thing I haven't noticed about this car is that there's a lot of USB port. The air conditioner controller is only located on the right hand side, and we have a little space, cup holder, and then maybe you can just leave your phone. I think, if you're traveling as a family, your kids, yeah, no problem. Sitting in the back shouldn't be a problem. Now I'm at the second row. As I told you earlier, there are two buttons that you can use to get into third row. So there's one on the top and one on the bottom. So again, if you can simply just press the button, the seat folds. Yeah, you can adjust to your seat recline by using the lever on the right hand side. And also you can move back and forth using the rail on the bottom. Now I'm sitting in the back. There's a lot of place or spots, pockets. So here, even on the door, there's a cup holder where you can place your bottle of water or bottle of a drink. Even on here, there's like a, spot or space. Perhaps you can leave your phone here. And even on the bottom, there's a place where you can store maybe another bottle of water or drink. And even the seat, there's two pockets, one inner pocket and one outer pocket, which is made of a net. Like I told you, Sorento has a lot of USB ports. There's one on USB port on each seat in the front, and also on the bottom. Show you all of it. We have power outlet, another USB port. There's all these spots, all these ports, all these power outlets that you can charge your phone. That's another consideration that Kia has made. Well, another amazing feature about new Sorento is the Panorama Sunroof. It's just humongous. Voila! It even takes a long time because it's so long. Look at this. Wow! Sunroof itself is really huge, but you can only open about the front half of it. Let me shut it. It will take a little while to even shut it because it's so big. Still not done, still going. Come on, Kia. While I was reviewing the car, I was thinking, why does 4th generation Kia new Sorento look so spacious? I know it has gotten longer. I understand that. But does that really make your second row seat so much bigger and so much more spacious? I was thinking. I have a friend who has a third generation Kia Sorento, and I was kind of comparing it with his car and the new car. The one thing I haven't noticed is the seat position, the size of the seat. Comparing third generation Kia Sorento, the headrest and the overall, the size of the seat was pretty high. And it was so high that the headrest is nearly touching the roof. But as you can see, the new generation Kia Sorento, the seat itself has, in size wide, it has been lowered a little bit. So we have a more open area that we can take a look from the rear. So I think that's why this car, or at least to people sitting in the back, makes the car roomier and more spacious. Yeah, even the thickness of the seat. My friend was telling me it's a lot thicker on the third generation, but the fourth generation, I think the quality of the seat has gotten better, but the thickness has gotten a little bit smaller. So I think that's why it's getting better and better, and it makes the overall, the space so much bigger. Now I'm sitting in the driver's seat. First, let's take a look at the steering wheel. As I told you before, the first thing I always look at when I touch the steering wheel is how it feels when I actually grab it. If it's too big, then like when you try to turn or when you driving, I guess it makes you feel a little tired. At least that's how it is for me. But I think the grip, the feeling of the grip of the steering wheel is just about right. Plus it is all Napa leather, so it's really soft and it is very comfortable. So it has all these functions and all these buttons on each side. Now let's take a look at the cluster. I believe the screen is about 12.3 inches wide. You don't have any problem looking at the screen. It's bright enough. It's very clean. Let me try to switch the mode. This is Eco mode, Sports mode. As you can see, the screen changes, the graphic changes. Now let's take a look at the infotainment. 10.25 inches wide. It's big and wide enough to look at everything. Everything else is pretty much the same. You have a map, navigation menu. Reviewing the Genesis GV80 last time, I really like the passenger talk. The passenger talk mode, you can just talk facing forward, and then they can hear, people sitting in the back can hear me. It's really convenient. We have two different air vents here. As you can see, if you push it up, the air vent opens, but if you push it down, the air vent closes. But this doesn't really move up and down, only to the side, left and right. Smaller air vent on the bottom. It is shooting out the air into two different directions. I think the car will get colder faster or hotter faster. We have an automatic, air conditioner button. Simply, you can just press it. You can turn it off, and then you can press the button. It gives you beeping noise. So this is inner circulation. It works as air purifier. You can control the temperature of it's small, but you have pretty much everything that you need. This is type of material I kind of dislike because it looks really nice, but then you can leave a lot of scratches. So if you can just push it, there are USB ports, and I have placed my phone right here, and it's being charged without the wire. On each side there are buttons. If you push it up, it works as a heating seat. If you press it down or push it down, it gives you the air circulation, so cold air basically. Now the transmission. These days, I think the dial type transmission is kind of become a trendy. So I'm gonna show you how it works. So you're the parking mode, and if you wanna, put your gear into neutral, you can just gently turn it to right. If you wanna go back to parking, you can simply just press the parking button. I wanna go to drive mode directly. It's not a gentle turn. You just turn it all the way to the right, like that. Then it switches to D. Again, even for the rear, turn it to the left all the way. Then it goes to rear. This is all these types of mode that you can use. We have a comfort mode, eco mode, sport mode, smart mode. Let's go to the terrain mode. Again, turning to the right, snow mode, mud mode, Sand mode. So I wish this dial, this switch, the dial was a little bit bigger because yeah, it's so small. Come on, Kia, you can make it a little bit better. You know, even though it's so small, I guess it's not so bad. Looking at it right here, we have a heated steering wheel, auto hold, HDC. This is kind of like a, you know, stop and go function. Basically this is the camera. You can see what's, you know, in the back, from the top, the rear, each side. Parking, I guess this is a parking assistant. It probably gives you a little beep. This is the parking. Then you will see the brake sign on the cluster. Now, let's go for a test drive. Again, another function that I wanted to show you is that here, the cluster. I use the right hand side of signal, right? And you know, on each side mirror there were cameras attached on the bottom part, and this is what is showing behind you. It is always exciting to test drive a new car. This is a 8-speed DCT, so when you're accelerating, it shouldn't give too much a kick. Being an SUV and being a, you know, a big car, I don't think the acceleration is going to be that good. So, but all right, let me try it. Oh, I feel that the suspension is really great because, you know, the road is not so great here, but then it grabs when it needs to grab the road. This is not very hard. I mean, if you have like a hard type suspension, you know, it kind of bounces on and off very many times. But I mean, well, being, you know, considering it being an SUV, I don't think it's going to be, you know, bounce on and off very much. But I don't feel very what would be the best word to describe it? I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel unsafe driving this car because the suspension does what it needs to do, and it's not a bad feeling at all. And even for switching a lane, I'm just trying to steer to the left, steer to the right, back and forth to see how it feels. But yeah, it's great. Switch a lane. Let me make a U-turn, and then I'll try to accelerate. But overall feeling of driving, the comfortness, the reliability and all this stuff, I think it's good. But earlier when I was driving, the acceleration, maybe I didn't press the gas pedal hard enough, but I'll try to accelerate it one more time. But I don't know, it wasn't responding fast enough. So last time when I was driving GV80, when I, you know, press on the gas, yes, it showed, it gave me immediate response. But I don't know, Sorento, it didn't give me the immediate response. So let me try one more time. Yeah, the suspension. I just went over the speed bump, but it feels great. So I'm waiting for the light to change, and as soon as I make a turn, I'm going to try to accelerate. But until now, if I just give you a little feedback on driving itself, suspension is great. It is doing what it's supposed to be doing, so I have no problem, you know, driving you know, the suspension on this car. But what gets me right now is that, you know, in the beginning earlier, I was complaining about, you know, the exterior design. But I think right now, so far, the design and the acceleration don't really go together. This is, I told you, this is kind of like a 상남자차. It's like a tough guy car, tough guy SUV, at least looking wise. But when I press on the gas pedal, oh yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit disappointing. It's not responding quick enough, and it doesn't take off, or it doesn't accelerate fast enough. So it seems like, hey, what's wrong with it? Am I on an eco mode? That kind of feeling. So right now I'm on a normal comfort mode, and then I'm trying to accelerate it to see exactly how it feels. Okay, I'm trying to accelerate. I'm in a comfort mode. Okay, I see what the problem is. Once you pass 60 kilometers per hour, I guess the acceleration is no better or no worse than any other SUV. But the very beginning, like first, second, like at the beginning of the acceleration, it's very slow. I don't know, maybe it's the gear ratio, maybe it's the size of the car, maybe this car is very heavy, but at low speed, the acceleration is very slow. I will say below average. I'll try to switch to sports mode now. Sports mode is definitely responding quicker. To me, driving on a comfort mode is like driving on an eco mode. And I was driving on a comfort mode, and the acceleration, yeah, it was really slow. Even on a sports mode, yeah, it's a lot faster. It gives you faster, better acceleration compared to comfort mode. But I wouldn't say this is a sports mode. Maybe you can say comfort plus mode. Suspension is great, but wow, the acceleration is kind of disappointing. I mean, many of the people will not really look at the acceleration, but in my personal taste, maybe the gasoline model might be different. This is a 2.2 diesel, so, but you know, gasoline model, maybe it has a better punch, maybe it has a better acceleration, who knows. Today, I have a test drove new Kia Sorento, the 4th generation. It's very aggressive looking exterior wise, but inside is very family orientated. It's very spacious. It is equipped with the latest high-tech features. All these features make this car a very great SUV. However, actually test driving on the road, I was a bit disappointed about the acceleration. Maybe I was expecting too much. The car has gotten bigger. Perhaps it is heavier because it's an SUV. If I was expecting an acceleration of a 4-door sedan or a 2-door coupe, maybe I was mistaken. But acceleration, that's what kind of disappoints me. Everything else, I have no problem. I'm not 100% satisfied with the car, but overall, yes, as a family SUV, it's more than enough. Thank you for watching the video. If you think this video is helpful to you guys, please hit the like button and please subscribe channel Cardi. Thank you. Hopefully I can come back with a better review next time.